Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to our latest podcast.
This
Ooh,
is
you got that
LT
nice,
Koenig.
you got that
My
nice
name is,
coat shirt on and that
yeah,
nice hat.
it's oh yeah. I mean, I bought the company, so now just kidding. I couldn't
Bro,
afford
bro.
anything but the shirt, so I bought the
If you
shirt.
bought that company, I'm coming to work for you. Okay, I'll be an employee. I have no problem being an employee. Just I'll be like the guy who would just be like, sitting at his desk all day long, looking on the web. You know,
Yeah,
hey, that's what I do now.
get on that CNC machine and make some Arius knives. And
Oh
I
man.
need one. I love them and everything. It was the last show, and it was like, oh my God, it's what was it, $1,200 or more? And it's just like, if I bought that when my wife saw the credit card bill,
I would love
uh,
I would love to be a fly on the wall when your wife sees the credit card bill and be like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, after Atlanta, I'm gonna come home and she's gonna whip me like a mule, and I'm gonna sit there and go, I'm gonna sell it all. I just want to review it. I'll sell it. Jeez. Nah.
Man, you know what? She knows you so well by now. She knows the deal. Okay, she knows the deal.
Yeah, she's pretty. I mean, as long as I put out content, and that's the only reason I do YouTube reviews. So I can get knives, I can review knives, and I can keep some of them. And
Yeah,
then it gives me an excuse to buy knives.
right.
And then, and she goes, oh, so what did you buy now? And well, it's content for my channel, honey. Like, yeah, I didn't really say I was going to sell it on, but I didn't not say that. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, okay, we're kind of like we kind of have to keep the fuel going for this vehicle that we got in, right? Like, you know, and that's what drives the vehicle. That's what keeps the vehicle going. And that's all it is. Some people have a good time doing it, they can have fun, and then we build up an audience, and the audience wants to see more content from us. So we're I'm very thankful that people actually watch this podcast. Very thankful, and so we keep it going. And I hope some of you come up to me at Blaze Show and say hello and introduce yourself, because beyond that, I don't know anything. I won't be able to meet you except seeing the handle on the profile as like you're in for the giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I see knives all the time. I want to go buy. I mean, because I love them. But I mean, I think I saw somebody post, oh, probably Gabe out in California posted something, another Max Ace OTF, and it was like not the Medusa, but it was a less expensive one. I think they've even had some that were like 88, $89. And
Wow.
yeah, and it looked really good. And it's like, where the hell did you get it? And then I think it was not even in stock, and you'd probably have to get it off of. Well, good luck getting it off of AliExpress because it's an OTF. You can, or you could go to Weeby Knives San Francisco because he picks up some of that stuff. And it's been a while since I've talked to him, but he
You'll
he
probably
has
be
a
at Blaze Show.
website, huh?
He'll probably be at Blaze Show.
Oh yeah, he probably will be. Yeah, I mean, he was at Blade West that one time, and then the year before as well, and I saw him there. But I mean, he gets some Kevin John stuff, or whatever you want to call them, Venom knives and that kind,
Yeah.
and just weird, unusual, and that's cool. But no, I like the weird and unusual. But this one I just got is
Who's that?
really nice because it's T.W. Price
Okay, yeah, yeah.
design,
You said that
and
the
this
other day.
is this is the rain. And you know what? I had forgotten that I had even pre-ordered this because it was that long.
That's why
So, but
sometimes
I'm
you
very,
look at you look at your credit card bill, and then it says like present balance, amount due, and you're like, what the hell did I buy? Oh my
Oh
god!
yeah, but I bought it 8 months ago.
Oh
So
my
the
god!
the money's already gone and forgotten, and here it comes. But I mean, this one I had the Dawn. Okay, this is T.W. Price, 21, 22 year old. Uh, and he did the Dawn, and then the Dawn version 2, and then this is the Rain, and these were the pre-orders, and I think he just is now dropping, since these are all delivered, the
Right.
Rain for regular buyers, which is like, why did I pre-order one when I can just go ahead and buy one when they're in stock?
Well, would it like a different price or something? Like a little bit cheaper if you
They
pre-order?
might, they might be, and I can't remember. I mean, so. But in any case, it's a
Right.
really nice knife. This is really a beautiful design. It's really, it drops nice. I mean, the Dawn was great too, right? So
Yeah.
this, I mean, he's a young adult, and yeah, of course I hate him. I mean, he's so talented. I mean,
Dude, don't hate
why would I
nobody,
like
man.
him?
I
I
mean,
hate you. I hate
don't
you,
hate
Price.
nobody.
You
You know, the
evil
thing is,
person.
you see so
No.
many people over the years come in and out of this business, right? And the
Wow.
ones who really love this business and they make connections, they have some good friendships in this business, they tend to last. They tend to last a long time. And then you see people who are like, as a friend used to say, sizzle in the pan, right? Like they'll come in all hot, you buy their stuff, and then all of a sudden they disappear. But it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be in a business where you can form relationships that last a long time. And I always tell people this, like, I have customers that have been over 20 years. And sometimes they're like, oh, you got this now and you got this now. They know my work better than I do, And then like some of the new
Hmm.
guys who buy my stuff, and then they're like, well, I have an issue with this. I'm just send it back to me. I'll take care of it. And they're like, you do that? I'm like, yeah. Well, what do you mean? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
because I thought you would like just sell it to me and then you're done. No, I'm like, no, I give you a lifetime warranty unless you abuse my knife. Then I can't do anything if you abuse it, right? There aren't any extra blades, but if you need me to clean the knife, take it apart, sharpen it, I'll do all that for you. You just have to pay for shipping, okay? And that's it. Um, and people are surprised when I tell them that. They're so shocked, you know,
Mm.
because this is part of my warranty. That's all it is. This is part of my warranty, you know? Yeah. But
And you have a new website.
that's right. That's right.
It's really
Yes.
good. And you were going to say something about the Eutektic line. Don't go to Eutektic.com. Just go to Liong Ma Designs, whatever. And
Yeah.
we'll
So,
put that link down below.
yeah. So I didn't want to confuse people anymore with the two different websites. I combined the two to leonma.com. It's just going to be another shop page on my site for all you Eutektic knives. And because of the new Shopify site, now we can put righty and lefty for the same color. So if you go and get like a Trinity with natural JG10 and black blade, you can choose a righty or a lefty right on the same page, which
Hmm.
kind of like, before it was like all these pages and all these other stuff. Now we combined it all, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to handle. There's also going to be new products that are going to be announced right before Blaze Show. Then the Leon Ma knives are going to be, we're going to get a few of the cups with the monoblock 3.5 with Magna Cut blades. We're going to have a few of those for Blaze Show. We might have a few of the Warrior 3s for Blaze Show. And we might have the third design of the Eutektic series, the binary, will be, also available
Oh,
for Blaze Show. Yeah,
cool.
so there will be a lot of stuff for Blaze Show. So I hope you guys come to my booth, 531. And thank you, Rory, for checking on that booth number for me. Because he mentioned that last week, last time on the last podcast. So yeah,
Oh,
you know, yeah,
Rory up in Montana, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Roy
yeah.
Calhoun. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Excellent. And so we have you doing that. And you know what? I'm going to bring some of these knives or some of these hats. These
You gonna bring some
hats.
of these
These knives.
knives, Lee?
I'm going to bring some of these hats. And this, you can get trucker style or you can get regular. Okay. And I'm going to bring some to Blade. And if you don't mind, I'll just have some. If I hang out at your table for a while, I'll just put some on the table
I,
and just sell them for a special price at there instead of the $19 because I have to pay $5-6 shipping. So
yeah.
maybe like $12 for a hat there. So you
You
can
know
get them,
what?
and these
You
are
know what,
all
Lee?
embroidered.
I'm gonna get
So
you a silver Sharpie marker so you can sign those hats.
oh, that's a good idea. I got to put that down on my thing. Yeah,
I'll get it.
bring
I'm
a
gonna
Sharpie.
go Walmart and pick it up for you. You know. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that.
And
Yeah.
you know what? The biggest problem I have with these hats is that they did a mock up, and I go, okay, yeah, good. They go, you want to put an American flag on it? And I go, hey, that'd be great. Okay, I'll do that. And so they did, and they showed me the mock up, but the problem is I didn't know the proper presentation of the flag. I mean, this is kind of weird here. Usually, if you have a flag on a shirt, the stars should be over here because the flag is supposed to look like it's flowing with the wind or whatever. And
Right.
it's
Right.
supposed to
Right.
be
Right. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this. Well, okay, yeah. Maybe it is. It's just the camera that's making them look backwards. It might be. Yeah,
Did
it
you
is.
mirror your
It's
camera
right.
there?
Yeah, it's right. But on my hat, it's supposed to be the star field near the front. Now, if it was here or here, then the star field would be here and the star field would be here or something like that. But the star field is supposed to be here and not back here. So
They,
it's
they,
acceptable, they say, but it's not actually the way that they would recommend it to be. And they did all these, and they didn't. I didn't look it up because I thought they knew how to do this, and so the Starfield should be here technically. And I talked to my brother-in-law, Marine Corps colonel, and he goes, "Yeah, yeah, it should be the other way around." But I mean, it's not a Palestinian flag, okay?
you didn't go
So,
consult with the colonel before you got this done.
I think I showed him the mock-up, but he didn't say anything. I showed Sean the mock-up. I showed about a half a dozen people the mock-up, and nobody said anything. And I had forgotten all about like which
Right.
way the star,
Right. 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 Yeah.
But and then they said, and I was pissed at them, and I go, this is not right. And they showed me like 3 other companies where it's exactly the same.
Okay.
So and so construction and so installation and so, and I go, okay, I'm done. Okay, there'll be $12 a hat, maybe 10, maybe $10 a
probably
hat.
nobody knows unless they've been
I know.
in the service. And
But
you know the thing is,
I wanted to address that because some
right.
people I don't know which way is this the right way. Shit. It's an American
that cup
flag,
better be
people.
right because of where you bought that cup. I mean, if that cup ain't right, man, forget it. All right, shit. Oh my God.
Lord, just my whole life. It's just like, okay, so how much money I just blow away? But no, I mean, good. You can always now you don't want to desecrate, so you can't do anything there. So,
Yeah, exactly.
but yes, these are embroidered, and they're nice, good, solid hat. And this one on the back of the trucker hat is this kind of thing, but it's Velcro on this one, so it's a little finer. But
I like
they're
the
all
Velcro
the same price.
I like the Velcro for my big head. You know.
Yeah. Oh God, what was it? Sean was saying most hats don't fit him because they don't go out far enough on these.
Yeah,
They don't go far enough. And it's like, are you kidding me? I've got a big fat head, and this fits me just at this adjustment. So
I'll be like on the last little thing on that one, the last one, like just barely holding together, like I'm about to burst. Yeah.
you know, I have these available as well with what? With a swag pack. Okay, so you can get a hat with a swag pack, which is the glow in the dark patch, this and a channel sticker, so you get the koozie. These koozies work
Right.
freaking great. I love them. Okay,
And
so if you want to
Lee
get the
has
hat
been
with the pack, you can. I'm gonna lower the price. I've got it at $25. I'm gonna lower it down to $19. You can get the hat alone for 19, include shipping, or the hat and the swag pack for 19, include shipping. But if you're a lot of people just go, I don't want the koozie, I don't care about the patch. So okay. But
yeah.
at the Blade Show, then I won't have to pay shipping, and I might just do a special and go $10 a hat.
That's what most
And
people. Yeah, shipping is a killer, dude. Shipping is a killer.
I hate
Yeah.
shipping. And USPS is always raising their prices. And I bet the guys that I pay every month, because I have a website on Shopify
Right.
as well as Liong does, and
Yeah.
it's great. It's great. You could do so much with it. But the thing is, at the end of the month, I go to all. I've got vendor software. I know who all my sellers are. It racks up what they've sold, and I have to do reconciliations. And wow, God, that's some that's some work. That's
Yeah.
some work right there.
Yeah.
Keeping up with all of that, but the shipping, they probably just sit there and they look at their reconciliation because it prints out this really nice reconciliation. And I cut it and paste it on their email when I send them
Yeah.
the email because I usually wire them the money through Cash App or Zelle or whatever. And I bet they look at minus shipping and they're going, what the hell is shipping these days? Oh God, it's
Well,
freaking embarrassing.
and that's the thing. I mean, if you're doing one item at a time, it's the same price as if you put like two or three in the same box, right?
It could
So
be. It could be.
it costs the same, and so like sometimes like people tell them, I tell them like if you're just gonna buy one at a time, it's the same shipping as if you put like if I have to put like three or four, or if I got like the medium sized box, I could put 10 things in there, even 20.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like people are like, well, that eats up all your funds if you're buying it one at a time. So if you're interested in multiple items, then I can ship it all together and it'll be easier. Then it's not going to eat up all your money and stuff like that. But
My
yeah,
problem is
shipping,
it's hard for me to equalize that because if somebody buys 4 knives and each one of those knives comes from a different seller. So then I
right,
got to figure that up and I would have to go in and split it like 4 ways, but somebody's knife may be really heavy and somebody's is light. And I mean, so no, I mean,
yeah,
I try and just spread it out among
right,
all the people. If you sold 20 knives, then you're going to pay twice as much for the shipping as somebody who sent or
right,
sold
yeah,
10. Because I also have packaging supplies, labels,
mhm,
ink, and labor in doing all the shipping. So when I put down shipping cost, it doesn't mean postage cost, it means shipping cost. Oh my God. So I mean it's just yes, I am. I'm surprised how much I'm spending on shipping
I
supplies
mean,
as well these days.
it's the old saying, right? You have to spend money to make money, right? And that always rings true because it's like you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah,
So
well, my
yeah,
knives are not like, of course, your Eutectics are like $85 a piece, but my knives are not $300 to $500 a piece. I mean, I put them on there. Now I tell the guys, you send me a $30 knife, my minimum seller cost or fee that I charge you, not counting credit card fees and shipping to the buyer, which is free shipping on my site, so the sellers pay the shipping. But I'm going to charge you a minimum of $7, and I may
Yeah,
raise that in the future.
and the thing is, seven
I
dollars is
can't
not a
handle it
lot of
for.
money,
I
right?
mean, a $30 knife, I cannot do it for $3 to take
Right,
it out of the
right.
boxes, take it out of the packaging, put it in, take all the pictures, put it back in the packaging, put it in inventory, and then get
Yeah,
on my website and sit there and tick all the boxes and upload the pictures and do all the listings and put it in the proper
yeah.
categories for $3.
That's a lot of time, and most people don't see that, right? They don't
It's
see
a lot of time.
like
It's a lot of time.
like nowadays, because everything is so web based. Paying a photographer to take all your pictures, but it's not just paying someone to take the photos. They have to know how you want the photos taken, the lighting, backgrounds. They want,
Mm-hmm.
you want everything to look like the same size, and maybe everything to be like, like this. So like you aren't having pictures like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then one like this, and then so each one of the posts that I have for each product, there's like 5 or 6 pictures that all are in the same style. And that takes time because you take one photo, then you look at it. Sometimes I'm taking like 5 or 6 photos, and then you have to adjust the lighting, and then you might import them into Lightroom, and then you might have to do some, cropping and this and that, and then upload it to your site, and then you have to upload like a huge file. So this takes up memory and everything. And so this is like all the work that people do not see behind the scenes. And then if
I
the
know.
picture didn't come out right, you should go back and do it again.
Go
And
back
then
and
go
do it
back and do it
again.
again.
Oh,
And
yeah, been there,
you
done
know,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? It's weird because I mean, I have lenses. I mean, I had uh, beginnings of cataracts in both eyes 4 years ago or whatever, and so one was worse than the other. And he goes, "You can wait as long as you want till you're near blind if you want before we swap them out and put another lens in, or we can do it now or whatever." And I go, shit, let's do it now. I mean, I'll be at 2020, right? And he goes, yeah. So now I'm 2020 vision. But I'll tell you what, even taking the pictures of these knives, the camera takes such a detailed picture. You can see, I mean, I look at them and I
Right.
go, oh, you can see little pieces of dust on the blade. And people are going, oh my God, that must be a flaw on that blade or something. No, it's tiny dust particles on it. I could take a microfiber cloth, wipe it down, put it on there, and it's got 5 pieces
You,
of
you
dust
know,
on
you
it.
know what?
I mean,
Someone gave me advice to do this. They buy a can of like the keyboard spray, the spray
mm-hmm.
that you can spray out all the dust from your keyboard, and they have it right next to their lighting setup. And then so when
ah,
they see the photo in the camera and it picks up all these little dots, then they spray it, and it sprays all the dust off the knife.
and then
And
they take the
you know,
picture again.
and then take pictures. I've had people send me photos, and they had like a huge fingerprint on the blade, and I'm looking at them like, okay,
Uh,
this is a hand rubbed satin finish blade, so your fingerprints are gonna show like it looks like like you just had some fried chicken or something, and you didn't wipe your hands down before you handled the knives. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you doing? How are you taking these photos?
but see, you could have like 20 of each model, and you just need one picture
Correct.
each. Where
Right.
me, every knife that comes in has to be photographed because
Right.
everything's different for
Yeah.
everybody all the time. Even if I got three three PM2s and they're all blue with
Right.
M390, it doesn't matter. They're not going to be exactly the same. There may be a rub mark or something that's different.
Right.
And so I take a picture of each one because this is Gary and this is Dan and this is Bob. And so I make sure those pictures are on their vendor site as their knife because it's their knife. And that
Right.
means I need to be able to mark the box to where I know this is Bob's and that's the one that this person bought. because it's got the vendor name in the information I get on the website when they buy one. So I make sure they get Bob's PM2. You know, I mean, I gotta keep that straight, but I still gotta keep them separate. So
No, and that's something that no one thought about. Probably not even you when you first started this site, right?
no. I
Because
mean,
like
no, I didn't. Yeah. I mean,
you're
I've got
learning as you
2
go.
or
You're
3
learning.
EMP EDC Nimbles, and then I'm
Yeah,
going, oh shit, okay. But this one, I mean, thank God they got a born on date, so I know
right,
by looking at the pictures I post which one
right,
is the one that that buyer bought. You know,
right.
holy,
Well,
you know
we're
what?
all
It's a good
learning.
thing. It's a good thing I don't have like 5,000 knives in stock, because I would have triples or quadruples of a lot of different knives that damn near look the exact same. I just went through a bunch of Asher knives that have got the silver twill stuff on them. And oh my God, there were warnings, there were drop points, they were the SS, the non-SS, the S90V, S35, and 20CV. And it's like I'm labeling the boxes with a loose label I can pull, but you know, to keep them all specified. And then I take them out of the box and also inspect
You, you
them
know,
before I
you
ship
know,
them.
your house is gonna look like a squatter's house pretty soon. And then when
Hmm.
I go visit you, you're gonna have like just rows that become like paths that we can walk around.
I
You
know
know,
you have to come in the front door like
like
this
sideways,
between
sideways.
racks,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and go down little
yeah.
until you can get back into our living room area, and then you can actually open up. But no, I mean, I told Roseanne we needed a bigger house in this room that I've got
Right.
here. I mean, it's got cabinets and shit all over the place. It's not big enough. I go, I
Now,
need double or triple the size of this room. And she goes, we don't live in the front living room. You can have it. And so I've
right.
got racks in there, racks. And then I set up tables and other things.
And the thing is, like, your business is just starting out. There
Yeah.
are people who do a similar business, and I've heard stories like they have shelving from floor to ceiling,
Oh,
and it's just
wow.
boxes and crates of knives and products, and you see it from floor to ceiling. These and they do like a high-end knife resale business, right? So these are not like 30, 50, $100 knives. These are like three, four, $10,000 knives that they have floor to ceiling. I'm looking at, and when I hear the
Wow.
story, I'm like, wow, dude, they got some inventory there, you know. But it's yeah, I mean, this is the business, you know, and if you can keep it organized, more power to you, you know.
Well, you know, I'm refining things. And plus, then I started researching security cameras. So now
Right,
I've got security cameras on my property because I want to be able to see the mailbox, because I may put 5 or 6 packages in my mailbox, put the flag up for them to be picked up. And of course,
right,
I don't put them out real early. I put them out just hopefully before the USPS comes through and picks them up. And then I've got a camera trained on that area to somebody does something, I got their license plate. I mean, high def camera that's watching, and it
right.
watches the UPS people, FedEx, DHL, and all those people come and go. And
Wow.
it'll give me alerts who's walking to the door, and I can see it. I can, you know, and I see all the things during the night. I can see
Hmm.
raccoons because my lights turn on at night with motion. And then here's the possum, here's the raccoon,
Yeah.
here's whew, things, but I have to erase all those things once I review them to make sure there was no funny business. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make sure I've got pretty good security so
Yeah.
that, you know, and I talked to my insurance agent about insuring the inventory, right?
Hmm.
So that's what they say is insured properly, but that, and then I've got security. So I'm doing, I think, what I can do and to
Right.
stay organized too. But it's, you know, and if I had triple the inventory, I started out with one big, huge inventory rack with bins. Now I got one. 2, 3, or 4. 3, I think, inventory racks.
That's it,
I
man. I'm
ran out
coming
of
to your house to
room.
play with all your knives.
I
I'm
ran
coming
out of
over.
room. Yeah. And I
Nice.
mean, one of them is for me, just from my knife collection. Okay. And it's not like there's a lot of knives in each one of these bins, but the
Right.
problem out there is like the S bin, well, that gets full pretty quick because you got Sativian, you got Spyderco, you got others. And then the M is a bitch too because you got Max Ace, Medford, and you got Microtech, and you know, all that shit going in there, mid guards, etc. Boom, boom,
You
boom.
need
And then this,
multiple M's.
I do. And
Oh.
then multiple C's because Civivi, there's a lot of Civivi knives in there. But then there's cold steel and shit like that too. It's just, yeah, baby.
Man. Okay, we
Yeah.
need some A's and then B's and Z's and P and you know the letters that aren't so popular. So you guys go start a company with those letters, okay?
we will only resell your knives if they're alphabetically correct to what we got room for in our racks. You know, otherwise we're sending them back.
Oh my God.
Oh, we have a Wiener to our
I was
giveaway.
about to ask about that because you like this is like the midway in the podcast, and I'm
I
like,
know, and
you
this
gonna
should have
announce
been
this
first
thing?
off. It's okay.
Right.
I mean, maybe we ought to just go cut. Okay, now it's at the beginning of the podcast, and we're announcing our
Don't worry
winner.
about that. Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna force them to watch this far before
Oh
they
yeah.
know that they've won. Except they can look in the
Yeah.
description section and see that they won. But here it is. You are, I don't know,
Luke 18 or
Luke
something?
18:13. Well,
All right.
that's Luke chapter 18, verse 13, right? And it says, "Lo and behold, I have won a eutectic knife. Thouest
Yeah.
unbelievers. You should have known that I am thus the anointed one." I think that's what it says in that
Yeah.
verse. Yes, it says eutectic something. Okay, so shit, I don't know. Just like Billy Bob, like that Carl. I read the good book. I don't understand a good deal of it. And then here's the winner gets a Eutektic Trinity. Let me know what color. I've got some. As I give these away, hopefully you're not going to charge me for these. Actually, I'm not writing them down on your vendor thing. So you're right. They're
I
just going to be
definitely am
missing
charging
inventory.
you 3 times more.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. Now I'm going to think I've got inventory. I've got to remember how many of these we've given away, which is probably
You
3 or 4, I think. I think this
you have
is
to go
like
back
number
and
3 or
watch.
4.
You have to go back and watch every podcast, and then
Yeah,
go
I'm gonna
mark
have
down.
to. Shit, because before I was giving away like Kaiser knives and different other things, and okay, so but this was already determined on our last podcast. So yes,
Yeah.
we are going to give you a Eutektic Trinity, and then of course you got the big swinging ass mug from We Knives, the insulated deal, and then of course you got the Kershaw, whatever the hell that is, method. Okay. And then you got the crazy shit that was in this buy box, which is this way cool little tool that has a whistle. Remember, somebody even commented about that. Don't blow that whistle without letting me know. And then a little rollout knife on one side and a little rollout little hook on the
Always
other.
wanted a knife with a rape whistle in the back, you know.
And then playing cards that are sealed. They're really attractive. You'll like them. They're really colorful. And then let me also know, because if this is not the size shirt for you, then we'll work something out there. So we got a We Knife shirt. And then we've got, of course, a Civivi lanyard with bead, and last but not least, a wee knife pack. And you know what? This reminds me, I sent knives in for testing again. And I use these. I have 2 of these
Nice.
packs that I use on a regular basis. And also, this is where I put my knives when I go to Blade Show, SHOT Show,
Right.
whatever. Put them in my suitcase, and then there, if I'm flying, and then there they go. So
Right.
this is really nice to be able to put your knives in and just grab and go and whatever. But that, the lanyard, that kind of thing. And I think I said swag packs, so that and the PCV. And this also comes, if you buy a hat and you want this, then you can get it with the hat. And I'm going to price that at $19 instead of 25. And that, and oh yeah, this and the Eutektic. So, Mr. Mark, what was it, Luke? Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John? What is he? He's Luke. He's Luke 18,
He's Luke 18:13.
I remember, you know, back when I was watching that, I mean, because they talk about each author of the books in the New Testament and go, well, John approached it more like this. Luke was different in the way he talked about things. Matthew also. And then they talk about like how many years after Jesus died that they penned that book and this and this and this. It's very interesting from a historical standpoint and from, you know, looking at the different authors and what they were what they had focused on when they did what they did. But okay, so you're the winner. We're gonna have a new giveaway. Okay.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So I'm gonna put your note in here, dude, in your giveaway box. And that's going to be your thing. Get a hold of me. I'll ship it to you. The guy that won last time, oh my God, what was his name? Riley, right? Kevin O'Neill, something
I don't
like that.
remember.
And I mean, he was crazy out of his mind about winning. And I sent him a chunk. You know, the big package thing. And he got that, and he just like, he emailed me 2 or 3 times like, holy crap, this is so good. And he posted it on my Instagram. He posted on here on the last one we did, because he had won. And he goes, oh my God. And he was very grateful. It was very nice to see somebody. I mean, I sent one to Serbia. Because, by the way, no international will be chosen, okay? So if you're international, Luke, whatever, we ain't shipping it. We'll choose USA, because that was just expensive. I think he got to him, but I never heard from him. He's in Serbia. Right. I sucked it down with bitter resolve, but I shipped it to Serbia, and last I saw tracking, it was in Serbia, I think in Belgrade. And did he ever email me? Nah.
There was a YouTuber who Instagram guy who did stuff on YouTube, and he's from Serbia or Slovenia, and he messaged me about like sending him like a couple of knives for review, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. You live like outside the U.S., which is kind of like sketchy for us to ship you. Nothing against you or anything like that, but it's just that we, you know, unless I'm paying like, you know, FedEx like almost $250 to ship something to you, it may not make it, and it's just like, you know, this question mark, and it's just like, you know, I'm sorry, I cannot afford to ship you something so that you can do a review and then, you know, keep it. Not that your reviews aren't great or nothing, but it is just way too crazy a price to ship to you in hopes that you might be able to get it, you know. And that's,
you're going to have to ship when you're shipping a couple of $500 knives or $400 knives. The problem is you don't want this to be a gift to the customs people of that country. You want
Yeah.
it to actually get to the guy, and
Right.
and cross your fingers. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's going to Netherlands or Sweden or something, as long as you do the right paperwork and this and that, it'll, or Germany or whatever. UK is sketchy now. Canada's freaky. Forget that. But
Right.
there's a lot of places you go, and and then that means you got to ship it. You can't just ship it USPS Priority International. You got to ship it like FedEx or UPS International or DHL, and that's gonna cost you,
It's
my
gonna cost at
friend.
least 150 to 250. All right,
Shit.
and depending on where they are, then they want you to fill out this long customs form. They want to
Oh
know
yeah.
how much it is. They want to know exactly what it is. And so I could only imagine these customs guys reading this. Oh, how much is it? Oh, how much is it? And
Yeah.
then it's just like, okay, let's not. I'm sorry, but international guys, I love you. I love the fact that you want to
I know.
support my brand, and but it's just kind of sketchy, you know. So if you're ever at a show, or if I ever do a show internationally, I would definitely want to be in your country and ship it to you there then and then, because then there's a high probability that it will make it to you. But if I'm shipping from here in Palm Bay, Florida, all the way to you somewhere in other countries, it probably won't make it. It probably won't make it.
And you know what? If you're really serious as a reviewer in Serbia or wherever you are, and that you want to get these knives, then just contact, and I can give you the name of a couple of forwarding companies, expediting companies that are in the USA. And so whoever wants to get you a knife so you can review it, they can send it to your USA address, and that forwarding company's got it down pat. They will ship it to you, but then you'll be paying for that shipping as however you want it from that forwarding from the expediting company. And it can be fairly inexpensive. The
Right.
guys I've talked to from Australia, I've got a guy in Ukraine that buys bunches of knives from me every month from my website. And at first I thought, who are you? He's been doing this now for 6 months, and he buys probably 8 or 10, 12 knives a month. Okay.
Wow.
And I send him to the expediting company, and he gets them, you know. So it all really smooth. It can, I mean, these expediting companies will do 50, 60 different international countries. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you live in Hong Kong or you live in, oh, not Hong Kong so much, that's China, right? But I mean, Singapore or, wherever, Vietnam or God only knows, you can
Right.
get them, but don't put me on the spot to have to fill out the customs forms and the
Oh yeah.
values.
Oh yeah. I mean that's just a headache that we appreciate our customers, but sometimes, oh my God, some of that stuff, and I get messages from people all the time like, hey, I'm trying to get this knife, and do you ship to blah 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 country? I'm like, I would, but it's gonna cost you. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So it's just tough. And a lot of these countries in Europe are socialist democracies, and the socialist governments just never relax. They are always putting out more regulations, more prohibitive bullshit all the time. And it drives these guys in these countries nuts because
Right.
they're knife enthusiasts, and they go, that's the one thing the government wants to pretty much absolutely extinguish
Well,
is
they, they
any
they got
kind
they
of.
got guns away from people, right? So now most people can't have a gun.
They've already disarmed them, and now they're going to disarm them with that, and then rubber spatulas are next. I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to get rid of those. So I
Well,
mean,
well,
I don't know.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
It's
wouldn't
crazy.
want to live in one of those countries for that reason. It's just so prohibitive. I mean, my buddy Linus lives up in Sweden. I go, what kind of knife are you carrying today? And he goes, I can't carry a knife.
Oh my God.
But I can have it in the trunk of my car. And when I go to work and he's a night watchman, then he can have a knife in there to play with while he's in the shack, you know. But he can't carry it on rounds.
He had to keep it in the trunk of his car. I'm like, oh,
yeah. I mean,
oh my God,
I
terrible.
think you can hunt in some of these countries, but it's really restrictive how you transport your firearms.
I think the last time I spoke with a gentleman who lived in Poland, and they were like, no, we made sure not to go that route. And so I think Poland is still allows you to have guns and knives because they have a huge history of hunting and really being like able to take care of themselves, you know, but maybe not the other countries, you know. Yeah.
Oh God, UK. Ooh. That's too bad. That's too bad.
I know some of you may have seen this beautiful Nanook case with my Liong design logo lasered on. It comes with it has these awesome latches that you press down to open the case, and inside is foam and can hold 8 knives with a red and black interior, like my website and my logo and everything. So I'm giving this case away on my website, Liong.com. I'm gonna set this up as a giveaway on my site for everyone who visits. You don't have to purchase anything. It will just be for you visiting, and if you do purchase, there'll be an added bonus for me. But this is for everyone who visits Liong.com, and I will pick the winner after Blade Show. Okay, so it'll be the second week of June when we come back from Blade Show. I'll pick the winner then. All right. So I hope you guys visit Liong.com, and I'll be giving this gorgeous case. It is from guys in Canada called Guard Dog Foam. So if you haven't followed them on Instagram, follow them. And these are Nanook cases, and they're also a Canadian company, and these are waterproof. They are impact resistant. I mean, they're dust and mold resistant. They're great cases. So this is from them, and they have a rubberized handle and these spring latches. They're awesome cases. So I hope you take part in this giveaway from Liong.com. Thank you.
And you know what? Some of those, I've really been surprised how much some of those cases can cost. I had a guy send one. I mean, he sent me a big, huge box, but he put the knives in the case, right? Because he wanted to send me knives from a website, but he also wanted to include one of those cases. I looked it up. I was like, holy shit, these things are like $150, $200, whatever, depending on the setup and the size and everything. And I didn't realize that. I thought,
laser work and then like the custom foam on the inside. I mean, this isn't like the foam you get in a regular. Like they could give you the regular foam where you peel and you pick it, but this is all lasered out, and then that's why it looks so nice and smooth and everything, and it holds 8 knives. So, and I've seen people put watches in here, like really nice watches. They've put other things in, like if you have a really nice pen or something where you don't have to reach all the way down, but so it fits a folder really well, so you can put a few of the folders in there. So these are great, and I'm very grateful for Guard Dog Foam for even suggesting this, and they donated these to me for my fans to be able to get them for free. So please take advantage of this, and I'll pick it right after I come back from Blade Show.
Excellent. Yeah, I use one kind of like that to transport my high-grade plutonium vials.
Ooh, high-grade plutonium vials. That's why you're always so glowing, Lee. I was gonna mention that. You have a glow about you, Lee, that I just couldn't put a finger on until now. Dang.
I'm gonna glow to hell. Okay, so we got a new Let me just grab one of the prizes that we just gave away. So our new prize pack.
We're re-gifting this Trinity to another person. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so we know that Luke probably won't claim his, so we'll just reuse this one.
Stop. Luke is gonna blow up your phone in a minute.
Okay, so in the new pack, thank you, Luke, for loaning this to me. We're going to give away another Trinity, and of course, Eutektic Trinity. This is the one I dyed myself, and then of course, this is my purple one that I keep in the console of my vehicle. Okay, so the Trinity, nice. I mean, I like the EFD, but to tell you the truth, I'm toting this around. It's a lot of blade. It's very fidget friendly, so I like it. And you know what? This one probably needs to get on the strop with it. I have, yeah, especially up here where I've been cutting through boxes and stuff. Yeah, it's about time. I've been
I'm
messing
so
with it for
happy to
months.
hear that you use it because that's like the one thing I always want. Like, use it and not abuse it, right? Like, cut open boxes, cut your paper, do all the utility tasks with it, and then let me know how I can improve my work. That's the one thing I love hearing from people.
I'll
Yeah.
just I'll be stropping it while you talk. What were you gonna say? Oh,
Oh
hold
no,
on,
no, you're
but
gonna go strop. Oh, I thought you. Is that what you call it now? You're gonna strop? Okay.
I got a strop, and this is my chromium side, and this is my diamond paste side, and then I got
Nice.
another one, with the gunny juice on it, which is probably what I ought to use. Okay, so our
Great.
new giveaway is going to be Eutektic Trinity, color of your choice, as long as I got it in stock. And if you need a left-handed one, then I'll probably have to flip it with Liong. I'm not sure if I don't have any lefties, do I?
I
I don't
think
think
you
you
may
gave
have
me any last time,
a couple only, but I'll check.
but I'll work with you. Okay, so also we're gonna have. I'm just grab these because whatever. And so we got a tactical pen from Blackhawk. It's
Ooh.
brand new in the package, brand new. And then, of course, we will throw in a swag pack with the glow in the dark patch and the koozie and everything. And then I grabbed this out of a box. Which one is this? Revo knives. Because the Trinity is your main thing, right? But here's the Revo knife. So here's a Revo Devo. And this one here, Revo knife. Check it out. Okay. And also, 9TI EDC. This is way cool. Okay. I'll get to this. And then a pack of 3 ponchos. Okay.
What?
So you get a 3-pack of ponchos that you can use. If it starts raining, you just got these in your car. You go, shit, I'm glad I got those in my car because I need a
Nice.
poncho. I need something to keep the rain off of me. Like you're at your Free Palestine, protest, and it
No,
starts
those guys
raining,
don't get a free poncho, okay? You don't give those
or
guys a poncho.
or the police finally work up enough balls to get the water cannons out. You got a poncho. You got a poncho. I
Oh
don't
my
think it says
God.
Free Palestine on it or anything, but you got a poncho. Now, and then in the 9TI EDC, it comes in a handcrafted velvet pouch inside the box.
Ooh,
This
velvet
thing
pouch.
is,
Holy cow.
these guys are bespoke knife makers.
Ooh,
They are
these both knife makers.
handcrafted beauties.
Wow.
And so it's this one. I don't even know if it's got a name to it. But what it is it's a replaceable blade.
Oh,
And
nice.
this is a Tanto, but all you have to do is boom, 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 and then pull it out, put a new one in, boom, 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 back on here, and there it is. And in the box, there's a 3-pack of blades. Now, you can just sharpen this, strop this as much as you want. and use it again and again. But then you'll have 2 tanto blades and 2 drop point blades.
Nice.
Okay. So there's a total of 4 blades, which includes the one on the knife. And it's just a drop, a flipper, okay, G10 handle, deep carry pocket clip that goes right or left. And it comes, like I said, in the luxury. So this will be interesting. I have another one in natural G10. I'm keeping that. I'm going to use it around the house, see how it does. Okay. But I think they're interesting. I've never really been a huge fan necessarily of replacement blade knives. I don't think they're sexy, but you know what? I think they're really practical. And so I don't know. I'm going to try the one that's the mate to this, but I thought I don't need 2 of them. So I'm going to give that away. And then this little dog in here is a mess. Oh, it's upside down and it's not done right. Okay, got to put it in the tray. Then you put this over the top.
Lee, you only got like 5,000 knives in your house.
Yeah, I just reached up to the reject box. I mean, the special box of knives that I've got. And so
No. That box will be the giveaway box, Lee. Okay, not reject. Giveaway.
Yep. Did I say reject? I think. Oh, okay. But yes, and I'll put the bundle little pack in here. So this, and this. But I need to put it in here, but I'll remember to put one in here for when we announce. So there's the tactical pen, the Devo, the 9 TI-EDC, the Eutektic, the ponchos, and the little swag pack, okay?
Shit,
is that
dude.
enough?
You're giving
That's
the whole
enough.
house away, man.
That's enough. I mean, the last couple of deals, I put like 10 items in. It's just, I am gonna start running out of cool little gadgets.
We're gonna have a minimum of like 2 items and then maybe up to 5. All right. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I wanted to talk about this for a minute.
What's that?
Monthly Knife Club has a Zippo thing. So you can go on their monthly knife club and you can get in their subscription boxes and you can do that. And OTFs, you can get all different levels of automatics if that's all you want. Or fixed blades, all different levels if you want. Folding knives, all different levels, whatever you want. Or just ultimate packs where you get paracord and ponchos and strike sticks and glow sticks and camping stuff and knives. Okay, you can do all that. They also have a Zippo club. So you can sign up for 3 different levels of Zippo, 4 different levels of Zippo. This is one that was designed by, what's his face, that I have a shirt that's like this, and I can't remember his name now. But this is a famous designer. And, I had this too high up in there. But this, okay, so it's a Zippo, and I go, I don't smoke. I used to back in after college, and then when I first started working for a while, and this and that. But no, but I do go out on the lanai, and then I have sticks of incense, but I have the sticks of incenso or incensio. You can get them on Amazon. I started doing this way back when I lived in Arizona, because she wouldn't let me have a chimenea. She goes, you're going to burn down the state. So I got these little compressed sticks that are cedar wood, pinyon wood, balsam, this and this. And I burn them, and I light them up, put them in a tray, just burn them because I like the smell of smoke, burning wood. So I have lighters out there. I use a lighter every night. So I got, okay. The one thing about the Zippo, though, is you flick it, and it's not like a butane, with the flame, you hold it like this to try and light something, and the flame's going to come back and just drift upwards because it's a loose flame, you know, whatever, on the fluid that you put in. Little did I know, after I did this video on the Zippo Club for Monthly Knife Club, a guy goes, you know, if you're not a smoker, but you still like Zippos and you think they're cool because you love the graphics and all the different thing they do, they make a driver pack that you can put in there. So you can take the Zippo lighter part out and you can just put this in. And you can put this in. Okay, made by Zippo. And these are little driver bits. Now, you can pull these out because it gives you two sizes of Phillips and two sizes and one size of a flat blade, and then it gives you a T20. Okay, so you got that, and then this is your 1/4-inch driver, and then of course it's magnetic, right? So you can just.
I've never seen that before. Wow.
So you can now. So you can just put it in here, just like that. Boom, and now you've got a driver, a bit driver. But you can enjoy the fact that you've got, I mean, all the graphics and stuff. They do Harley Davidson. They do everything with Zippo graphics. So then you can go, here you go. Let me give you a T8, my brother. And you can adjust the pivot tension. You know what I'm saying? And so what I did is I just pulled, where are you, buddy? Where's the other one? Oh, he's stuck in here. Okay, there you go. So I just pulled my Weehaw or my Wera, you know, 1/4-inch bits. They're just 1/4-inch bits. They fit right in there, right? So there's my number 8. There's my number 6. All I have to do is just remove one of the Phillips and one of the whatever else, and then put them in there. And sure enough, I got my T8, T6. I still have a single Phillips, and I still have a single screwdriver. And I've got it here. So I can carry it like that. Now, you can also buy from Zippo made, a butane insert. Okay, so this is butane. There's no fluid you put in there. I mean, like the stuff in the bottle, but this is just from the butane can, you put it in there, okay? So now you can have the ultimate butane lighter to light your stuff out there. And I just, boom, look at that. I mean, it just, first time, every time. And I had read so much going, they don't work well, and you got to go down and do this little mod, which I looked at and stuff. You got to pull the ring. You got to change the adjustment ring thing, put the limiter back in and the plate and screw it back together, and then they'll be fine. And you got to watch the quality of fuel you put in them. But this wasn't Zippo brand butane, but I can't remember the name because it's an off name. But I filled it up and boom. So now, you know, now you can hit the incense sticks real easy, and you don't have to worry about the drift of the flame and this and that. And you can get single burner or dual burner on these. So you can get a dual burner one or a single burner one that Zippo makes, and they go right in there. So you can do that. Yeah. That, however you want to do it. Isn't that slick? I didn't even know.
Dude, I need one of those butane inserts because I have a Zippo that's been sitting at my desk for like the longest time, and yeah, that would make it a totally different lighter.
Yeah, it would. I mean, it's like, no, I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't even want to smoke weed. I tried it like a year ago, and I just said, okay, forget it. They make it so potent. It's just too much. It's not even enjoyable. I was going to do it for inflammation. Fuck it.
My generation, I don't know one person who has not tried weed, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
And the thing is, even back in high school when I tried it, I was like, what am I supposed to get from this? I'm not getting anything. So I never continued with it. And then I know people who smoke it on a daily basis, and stuff like that. But like for me, it never worked. So I'm like, okay, whatever. If it doesn't work, then forget it. But you could not find an Asian kid in New York City that didn't smoke cigarettes in New York. You know, growing up in the
Oh wow.
90s and 2000. I mean, it was like the drug of choice. Okay,
Mm.
almost every one of my friends smoked cigarette, and I was just like, you would go to a club and you would come out and you would stink of cigarettes. Like you couldn't go to bed without taking a shower because it was in everything. It was in your clothes, your skin, your hair, everything, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna sleep like this. Oh my god, I stink of cigarettes. But yeah, I mean, like in New York City, there isn't one person who haven't smoked weed before. But if it didn't work, it didn't work. That's all. You know.
Yeah, well, it works so well that it's just overwhelmingly stupid powerful and it's not enjoyable anymore. I smoked it in college, and I smoked it for a while after I got out of college when I was working for a tool and die shop. Because you know you need a top college degree to be able to run a drill press. I didn't know if you guys knew that, but I
Hey,
had such
you
a
come
great
go
education that I
go
wasn't
to a
even
nice
qualified.
maker's job. They'll put you to work.
At least they knew you were persistent enough to achieve a goal of,
Right.
you know, how many years was I in college? Like 10, 15. So I mean they knew that you but yeah, so they started me off at I think $4.50 an hour or $5 an
Oh
hour
man.
back then. So um but yes, I mean I smoked it for a while and it's like smoking weed and working with hydraulic presses and drill presses and CNCs and shit like Bridgeports
Yeah. Right.
does
Right.
not go together. Okay. So, I mean, just the whole thing, just like screw it. And then I got into working in a glass tower as an executive and I got,
No,
and
then
so,
you're like
yeah, it's just,
you're sitting in AC all day. You get to wear decent, nice clothing. You're like, okay, I'm choosing this life. I'm not going back to the machine shop.
I really have more romantic feelings of pleasure thinking about my machine shop stuff than
Yeah.
my insurance broker life, you know, to tell you the truth. But
Right. Right.
I mean,
Right.
I always love factories, machining,
Yeah.
uh, tool and die. I mean,
There's something to be said when you work with your hands and you
ah,
create something, right? There's something to be said. I think it goes back to our like, prehistoric days and all this other stuff. Like we build things with our hands and so really respect the people who work with their hands and work with, and create something and build something, right? Because as we're getting older, you get all the stuff like arthritis. Like I have a bent middle finger that even though I went to surgery for it, it didn't take. And of course, most of you who have met me, I have a handicapped left arm, but I was a chef. So it's like it's something that when people do things with their hand and they create something and they, whether it's carpentry or making knives or cooking, it's something like it goes deep within us. So yeah. I
uh,
mean,
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I mean, you go to a lumber yard or you go to Lowe's. I don't know. It's like perfume to me. You go into Lowe's, it smells like plywood and stuff like that, and I love it. I love it. Boy, I'm getting the solicitor calls today, but I do. I love it.
popular.
I mean, I used to love to go to lumber yards and walk through all the racks of, and then now you can do it indoors at Lowe's and Home Depot and
Well,
creosote. Love the
dude,
smell of creosote. I love it. Yeah, it's
lumber
great.
is expensive nowadays, so you don't want to just leave it outdoors in the sun anymore. Like, yeah. I
No,
mean,
no, I know it is. It is expensive. Yeah. So, oh, I wanted to. This is Mech Force with Rick Lala. Okay, this
yep.
is called the Sentry, and this is This is
Yeah,
crazy, isn't it?
that looks like one of his knives, and they build a production version of it. That looks good. That looks really nice.
Yeah, he's got what, the skull smoking a cigar or something like that. Whatever it is. But yeah,
Was that supposed to represent him?
on this, I don't know. But it's crazy, yeah. But this is an interesting knife. I saw this on White Mountain Knives, and I go, "What the hell is that?" At first, I thought that was a Hinderer knife. A little
No,
reminiscent, maybe a little.
no.
But I mean, I went back to it, and they ain't cheap. I mean, it's just 350 or 400, something like that. And so I said, "To hell with it." Now they have one of them that's scrolling. That's got all kinds of, you know, Segia pattern or whatever the hell it is, scrolling all over it. This
Okay.
has just got that pattern, just a normal kind of diamond pattern.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
like
that,
knurling. That's just
yeah,
knurling. Yeah.
yes, knurling. And so, yeah, it drops nice. And then I saw that guy, I think he's in Canada. He talked about this and he knows Rick. But I think he was saying Mech Force, they do the assembly in the US, but they didn't do the blades in the US or something. I mean, I don't know. So I don't know. I thought Mech Force was doing everything in the US, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on it to find out if they're subbing some parts of the production out or what. I don't know. So, but here it is.
Okay.
So I can't remember the reviewer's name, and I just watched that one, and I just because I wanted to know more. I don't know. You know Rick?
I do have met Rick Lala several times at shows, but not that we have communicated
Oh,
outside
okay.
of the shows.
Because
No,
I don't, and I'm not familiar with his work,
he'll
and that just
probably be at
shows.
he'll probably be at Blade Show. So maybe you can ask him then, like, hey, how's this made? You
And of
know?
course, this Mech Force has also done uh, Tashi Baruka and some other well-known, designers.
Hmm.
So this is what this is. And so if this is high-end Chinese production or this is USA production, but if it's USA production, which I think it probably is, that it's definitely drop shutty. It's nice. The fit and finish seem pretty cool. And it's really an interesting knife. So I'm going to put that on my channel here coming up. And it comes in, plastic box, like yay. And is that upside down? I don't know. Now it's upside
No, now
down.
it's straight.
Okay, whatever.
Well, I
And
mean,
then,
nowadays there's so many guys that, and this is just a complaint, okay? They're not there aren't a lot of people who are honest about where things are made, and so it is up to the people who purchase any product, if that is a concern, to really do the research before they purchase it, and that's all it is.
yeah, I mean, to me, it's a concern only because I may state that during the video I do. Other than that, no. I mean, a good knife is a good knife. I don't care where it's made. But
Right.
so as a consumer, when I buy it, as long as it's a good knife, I don't care. But I don't want. I mean, I've seen something lately, and I think I know that their knives are made in China, but it says uh, USA based or US. I mean, they kind of saying it like they're trying to have a double meaning and not really lock themselves into
That's
that.
like I'm USA based.
Yeah, I know. So they're saying USA because it's saying country of origin USA. Well, the design could be maybe the
Right.
final inspection, fit and finish, and small adjustments or
I
partial
mean,
assembly. So, I mean,
I'm USA based. I have my products built in China and the USA. My steel is made in the USA, unless it's M390, then it's made in like bolt by bowler. But if it's
Yeah.
S35VN, if it's S30V, if it is Magna Cutlass,
Magna.
they're all made in the USA still. But I'd like to tell people, dude, these are made by Riyadh, and Riyadh's in China. I'm just being upfront with you that this is made in China and it's a quality product. They would not be able to produce these knives if they didn't have trained professionals producing these knives, and that's all it is, But there's so many people that just don't want to be upfront and honest about these things. So in a way, like I avoid the conversation altogether whenever someone asks me, like, "Hey, do you think this guy's made here?" I'm like, I have no idea. It's up to you to go find
And
out.
you may have an idea, but yeah, you don't want to get into that.
Right, because then it
If
looks,
you know, yeah, if you
because
know,
like
and
there'll be
they're,
people like, well, Leon Mall said this, and
yeah, there
because
you
I'm a
go.
person in the industry,
You get
then
dragged into their
I
drama,
get
and you
dragged
got
into
now,
more battles that I don't even,
yeah,
want to be even close about. Right.
you don't even want to get
So
into him.
that's why I put up I said, like, if that's a concern for you as a buyer, do your research. Talk to the company, ask them a few questions. If they sound legit, then they sound legit. But if you have a funny feeling when they answer you, then stay away from it. That's
If
all.
that matters, I mean,
Right.
if it matters. And
Right.
what matters more than where it's made is people trying to be cagey about it. I mean, be
Mm-hmm.
proud if you're OEMing them by Riyadh in China or Best Tech in China or wherever.
Right.
Be proud,
Yeah.
and you do, and you see EMP EDC say
Right.
they're OE, and then TACCOM, yes, this is where they're coming from, and
Right.
all these guys saying this is where they're coming from, and you know what? That's fine. Then you
Right.
know, and
I mean,
that's good.
one of the giveaways for me is always the price, right? Like I always tell people, if I was to make this GSD knife here, I would sell it for $1,200 to $1,500, but I sell it for $440. So if the price ranges from like $300 to $500, most likely it's overseas. Okay, because
Okay.
look at the products with the shirt that you're wearing. Their products aren't $300 to $500 because they cannot be.
But yeah, you could probably make these at Riot, and they might be almost indistinguishable from the USA made ones because it's just so tough to really see any kind of a difference in quality. But
Right.
yes, and Medford and others that are making and Hinderer and stuff that are making them in the US, they have to. They have to meet all these environmental standards. They have to supply their employees with certain kinds of benefits. And then they have to pay the Social Security side for the employer side of the Social Security and all this shit. Yes, and it raises their costs crazy, crazy.
And
So,
and
yes.
nowadays it is impossible to find skilled labor who wants to work.
Yeah. Oh,
That
baby. Yeah.
so it's like, anybody who is
That's
running a
tough.
business, they understand that this is the biggest, crux, right? To try to get over. It's like finding skilled labor who wants to work and not trying to be like, hey, I need $250,000. Yeah, that doesn't just happen. You know, usually they have to be the owners of the shop, or they're the owners of the company. And so when you're the owner of the company, like if you're the owner of a restaurant, you're sometimes the chef, the dishwasher, and the bartender and the cook all the same time, right?
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
that's
And the
you got to
janitor.
yeah, you got to wear multiple hats, you
Ooh.
know. So and that's the reality of being a business owner, And I tell people, like, they think my job is glamorous, but sometimes I'm folding boxes on Friday night. I'm doing inventory. I'm doing, talking to my dealers, and then they're like, "Okay, we'll do this, we'll do this." But it's all the jobs that you don't like doing, the owners are doing, unless they make enough money to pay somebody else to do it.
Hey, Roseanne, she'll step in and help me out. And you know what? She should, because She's the CEO. She's
You
the
know what?
CEO, according to when she signed us up for American Express cards, and then and they were like, "Who are you in this Love Them Knives thing?" She goes, "I'm the CEO," and so now I don't know what the hell I am, but so
You're
she's the
you're the
CEO. So
worker,
she gave
dude.
me an American Express card as an employee.
You know what? She should be the CEO for being married to you for all these years. All right.
Oh my God. She's the no, okay, the CSO2. I think that's how she does that. The chief
the chief
shopping
financial
officer.
officer. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
chief
Oh, the chief shopping
shopping
officer.
officer. So she's grocery store, buying the stuff on Amazon for cleaning products and health products and getting them from my thing on Humana and all this shit and getting clothing and everything put together and running
Dude,
the ship while I
you
sit
would,
in here and do videos or
right,
fill orders or whatever else, you know. And
dude. If
then
you didn't have Roseanne, you would be lost.
she's been gone since Tuesday. She's coming home on Tuesday. So, yeah,
Rose,
the thing is, she set it up to where if I sit down in my recliner, it trips a switch and there's an automated thing where it chunks out a meal, flips it into the microwave, and the microwave starts on. Because
Roseanne
she
is
goes,
coming back to like a pile of dirty laundry
oh,
and an empty refrigerator and just mail that hasn't been opened or sorted out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's coming back to the paradise.
I remember years ago, I had a client and I go, "Oh, your wife's been out of town for 2 weeks." I said, "What's it like?" He goes, "The sex is the same, but the laundry's piling up."
Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah,
Damn.
I don't want to comment, but I'm just saying, yeah, the dishes will. You know what? And that's the problem because I'll guarantee you
Oh,
Tuesday because she's not coming in till late on Tuesday. I'll guarantee you Tuesday at noon I will be washing dishes. I'll guarantee you that because I am not gonna have her walk into this house and I got a stack of dirty dishes. And I am organized enough. I put them in the sink because we got this big farm sink finally, like I always wanted. And I put water in all of them. So they're not going to be like where I have to sandblast them to get the food particles off. Oh, they'll be ready to just
bro,
swish out. And then
bro,
they'll
you're
be
gonna
ready
get
to
like
set in the
bugs in your house
dishwasher.
because of that. You're gonna have bugs in your house because of that water and food.
Oh, you know what? And the thing is, I have no idea how to run that dishwasher. I I I have run the washing machine and the dryer because they're like idiot proof, right? She's already got them set on the settings, so I just put in the little pod and my clothes, and I hit go.
What? You don't try to eat the Tide Pods?
Yeah. They taste like shit, and they don't burn worth a crap either out on the thing. They're so colorful. They ought to smell wonderful. No, 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 no,
You,
no.
you know you know what are
Screw
my
that.
dishwashers? You know what my dishwasher is? These right here. Okay.
Oh, you don't have an actual automated
Oh, I have an
dishwasher.
actual dishwasher, but I'm one person, so usually it's like
Oh
a
yeah,
plate, a spoon, and a pan or pot that I use to cook something in. And so being in the kitchen for all the years before this glamorous life I have now,
yeah.
uh, you clean as you go. That's it.
You clean
So
as you go, yeah.
I always clean as I go. So it's like when I'm done with a pan or pot, I clean it. I don't wait until the dishes pile up
Yeah.
and then I go and I'm like all stressed out. Oh my God, all these dishes in my sink and they stink. I just clean as I go. Yeah.
That's smart. And then you clean it, you put it back on the counter because at supper you're going to be reusing those dishes and hey, you were the last one to use them, so it's you,
Yep.
whatever. I mean, just
Yep.
a little bit of dish soap or squirt, rinse it out, sit it on the counter to dry. It's ready to go in 6 hours when you eat again or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it, but I don't want to be that efficient because
Oh,
she gets home and everything is beautifully organized and done. She goes, he doesn't even need me. So I want her to feel needed.
you
And
know
I'm
what she's
going to
gonna
do,
do? She's gonna be like, I'm gonna stop doing the dishes now and see if he will pick that up.
see? So I don't want involvement in that. I don't want to upset the natural order of things.
Oh
So
yeah.
I am
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make sure it looks like I'm an absolute cripple. And or I had a whole fraternity move in and have nightly parties while she was gone. And then she's going to walk in and go, I can't leave you alone. You're just a mess. I got
You
it.
know what?
And then
I'm
it's like
coming
she
over.
feels so loved now. She knows that she's needed.
I'm gonna come over Sunday and we're gonna have a party in your house, and I'll leave all the dishes there and be out by Monday, so she'll have something to do when she gets back on Tuesday. Okay. See,
I'll see if I
I'm
can
a
get
friend
Sean
that
to
way,
come over
Lee.
from Cape Coral
Yeah,
too, and we'll just
See,
have a big blowout.
yeah. See, I'm what I'm willing to do for my friend Lee. See, what I'm willing to do. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I've got a big package of Wahlburgers
Ooh,
from
nice.
Publix. From Publix, she didn't go to Winn-Dixie. She went to the high dollar Publix, and she got me Wahlburgers. And so, and yesterday I went to the pool, right, where my brother-in-law, and his wife comes home from Sebring, and she stopped at Church's Chicken and had a big freaking family pack of chicken. I'm going,
That is
oh no
one
no no no
thing.
no, Popeyes,
Oh,
Popeyes. So I'm going,
Popeyes.
okay, Popeyes. And red beans and rice, Popeyes, chicken, all that shit,
Mm.
biscuits. So I get out of the pool and I go, shit, I got to go home. I got like 3 more reviews I got to edit out on the lanai, and then I'm going to
Right.
drink some beer while I'm. So yeah, I wrapped it up and I put it in my scooter because I don't have a car. She took the car to Fort Myers. So I got my Honda PCS.
Wait a second. She drove to Tulsa?
No, she drove to Fort Myers to fly to Tulsa.
Oh, okay. I'm like, holy cow.
She drove over
that's
to
a few
Southwest
days.
Regional or whatever the hell. It's like an hour and a half.
I'm like, oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
That is some drive. Oh,
that
goodness.
would be a wicked ass drive up there.
That would put
Because
some miles on your vehicle.
oh shit. I mean, I don't even know what it is from Lake Placid, Florida to Tulsa, Oklahoma, but that's gotta be at least
it's definitely
1,200.
like maybe 2 days or something for me. Because I don't like long distance driving. I don't like long distance
it'd be
driving.
a hard ass 2-day drive. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be. I mean, we didn't drive all the way from here. We drove here to New Orleans, and we stayed overnight there when we went to Blade West when we drove, because holy crap, wow, that was a long drive. And you know what? You forget about the fact that some of the interstate may be under construction. Then you have wrecks, and you have this and that, and so that can slow you down. It's just,
and some people can't drive, and you're always going to get somebody who wants to cut in and out of you, you know, and you're like,
and so we drove it, and then we came back. I just said I wanted to go through, Mississippi, Alabama. I wanted to go through all the states and Pensacola and everything on the peninsula, and I wanted to go through all that one more time, just to kind of sightsee everything. And it was interesting, but I don't want to do it again. It's just a long ass 2-day drive.
It is a long ass drive, and most of it is just road with like greenery on both sides if you're lucky. And then you see a billboard sign once in a while, and another billboard sign, another place, and then you're like, "Oh, this is it, right? This is all it is." It's like when you drive from here to Atlanta for Blaze Show, all you see is like open space until you get into the city of Atlanta, and then like all these cars come out of nowhere, and you're like, "What is going on here?"
It's called Atlanta. and we're driving, and you're driving, so yeah.
That's right.
But I don't mind. It's fun to drive because it's brain dead, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you go into this zone of
Right.
driving. Can you just sit down in your house in a vehicle seat like this and sit here for 8 hours? No, but you
Right.
can do it in a car, and that's
Right.
because you go into the zone.
Right.
And but I mean, and you know what? I don't even play the radio anymore or any of that. I just talk to Roseanne, and we just sit there and
Well,
just.
you're lucky because the talking actually keeps you awake and keeps your mind going. So I usually need like some kind of snacks, a big cup of coffee,
Oh
and so
yeah.
as long as I have my coffee, my brain gets turned on, right? Like I could feel like my brain falling asleep, and then I want to yawn and I fall asleep, and then as soon as that coffee hits, I'm like, holy cow, this is great. Then you can feel the caffeine actually turning something on, and you're like, okay, I can keep going. You know?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
turning my bladder on. I got to stop every 120 miles and piss like a racehorse. But you know what? You kind of need to just stretch your legs
You
anyhow.
need to
So,
stop. You might want to grab a
oh,
snack. You want to use the
I'm going.
gun. You want to,
I don't.
stretch out a little bit.
I
Yeah.
won't eat when I'm on the road. I won't eat
I
because
mean, I'll grab some, like a sandwich or something. Grab something light, nothing too heavy, because there's plenty of food in Atlanta. Plenty.
no, that some one of the medications I take, which is a glucose inhibitor, because I'm like borderline, it'll go right through you. And I go, I'm not eating when I'm on the road unless I got Imodiums. I mean, I'll do that. I'll prep myself for a trip, and I will just make sure that everything's plugged and it ain't going to open up till I get to the other end. And then I decide, but
Oh
you don't
my
want Mother
God.
Nature calling you, because you don't want to, unless you go to the right truck stop with the nicer bathrooms.
Oh, well,
You're gonna do.
usually the nicest bathrooms are like Buc-ee's. Okay, Buc-ee's have nice bathrooms. Yeah,
Yeah.
Buc-ee's,
Wawa,
nice and
Bucky's,
clean. Yeah. Oh
Quick
man, this is
Trip. But the
yeah,
big
yeah,
truck stops aren't bad either. If
right.
they're a decent one, they'll keep their stuff clean because they got drivers coming and going all the time. So
Yeah,
coming and going, and they're going all right. You can barely find an open stall. And the problem is everybody's in their stall like me,
right.
scrolling. And sure
Oh
enough,
my
it's
God.
20 minutes later, Roseanne's like, I'm sitting in the car. Are you done? It's like, oh shit, right. Oh, okay, yeah. I
Too
was
much,
watching a
bro. Too
post
much.
on a damn
Too much
knife.
information for these people. Okay, too much
I
information, dude.
know.
Oh
That's the
my
problem.
God.
I have to have a machine like massage my legs because I can't feel my legs after sitting on the John in the morning because I'm scrolling through and then I'm answering emails and I'm looking at DMs through Instagram and the Facebook feed and this and this. And pretty soon I look up and it's like a half hour later and I go, I can't feel my legs. Roseanne, please help me stand up. Damn
TMI,
you.
TMI, my friend, TMI.
This is horrible. This is
Oh
horrible.
yeah, yeah. So,
I mean,
well, so do you think we'll do another podcast before Blaze Show? Because it'll be like we still have like 3 weeks before the next show. I think we could squeeze one in there.
wow, I don't know. Because this is the 17th when we're taping this, and we're going to play it either on the 18th or 19th. And I'm going to be driving on the 5th, right?
Yes.
Of June. And so that would be
so we probably won't have another one before Blaze Show.
That's just 2 weeks and 2 days. We might be able to squeeze one in, but that'd be pretty close, yeah.
So we probably will not get one just because getting ready for Blaze Show takes a lot of time.
Yeah, maybe we could. I mean, are you driving up on Wednesday?
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to go
So
to Will Call on Thursday and get my pass,
you
and then
you won't be the only one that will call on Thursday, my friend.
I know. And so, and I want to go in and do some early shots of the setup and stuff like
Yep.
that I can post. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Well, I
Okay.
don't know that we ought to commit one way or the other, but yeah, we could slide in another one before we go.
Right.
It might be tight,
Okay. So
especially with shit I got to get done before I go.
yeah. So let's just say no right now. Let's just say no.
Okay. No,
Okay. So no podcast
no.
before we go to Blaze Show. But remember that this giveaway is happening on my website. And I'll also announce it on other channels too. So come and enter the giveaway. And I'll appreciate it if you do purchase off my new site. And then you'll have another entry if you do purchase. All right? Thank you.
Yeah,
And
and come see your
me,
table. Well, your
me
table
and
is
me at my booth. My booth number is 531 at Blaze Show in Atlanta, the big room. All right?
531. And yeah,
531.
I'm going to throw my backpack and stuff maybe under his table or something or this and that. Roseanne will always bring you pastries though. So,
I just
but
get views for my space. That's all it is.
yes, that's all. And I'm going to bring some hats with me and maybe some the glow in the dark patches and stuff. And definitely
Awesome.
I'll be carrying some stuff with me, and then others I'm going to leave at Liong's table. And then if I get there and hang out for a while, then I'll put the hats up. And I'm not going to have him have to try and sell my hats while he's doing his knives, and he's got hats and all the stuff that he'll be managing. So
We're gonna be competing selling hats. That's it. Competing.
yeah, but you only got about 15 or 16 of them, right?
Exactly.
Because
Like
it's going to be a
probably like
special.
more than 13 in total after like the guys who work at my booth get them, and then me and all the other stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you got a couple guys helping because it's somebody's got to cover while you run to the restroom or try and go get a
Right.
sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It won't be Lee trying to get me a sandwich, even though he's using my
That's
space.
okay. Roseanne
know.
will be though. She'll
Okay.
be bringing you all those pastries that they make down the hill from the.
She's so nice. She's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is. There's a place. There's a bakery down there from the center. What's it called? The Atlanta, where the Blade Show is.
Oh, Cumberland.
Cobb.
Cumberland
The
Mall.
Cobb Center. The
Oh,
Cobb.
Cobb Center. Cobb
Yeah.
Center. Yeah.
COBB. Apparently, some family named Cobb was big in Atlanta at one time, historically, right?
Okay.
Obviously. I mean, they got Cobb all over the place. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That whole thing. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
QS or Kaiser's going to have a big party. And then I don't know if We Knives is having a party. If they are, I haven't been invited. And then we're going to just go out and hit the Wings place up in Marietta that Roseanne likes so much. And yeah, you want? Are you planning on
And
doing
I'll
that?
be
Because I
at
think we're going to do it Wednesday night when we get in.
Marietta Diner for all the cakes that I love.
I haven't tried that. We need to try Mariana Diner before we leave. Yes.
Okay. The best day to do it is to try Thursday, maybe, since you're doing Wednesday at the Wings, or Sunday or Monday, because that's when most of the people have cleared out. Because if you try it on Friday and Saturday, you're waiting like an hour.
Sunday might be good because
Yeah.
I don't want to imbibe too much Sunday because I'm driving. No shit. Hold on. I'm leaving Sunday mid-afternoon. So I'm going to go into the show and do what I can do video-wise because that's a wind-down day. So I'm going to go in and try and do some video stuff. But then we're going to click out and we're going to stay overnight. We're going to drive down to Valdosta on the Florida line, and we're going to stay overnight there. And then it won't be such a long drive down to
I've said about Valdosta before. There ain't much happening in that town.
No, but you can get, I mean, she had enough points to get a free room.
All
So
right.
we don't have to spend another overnight up there in the expensive section near the Cobb Galleria. But
That's
yeah,
true. That's true. Okay.
but I still wanted some good portion of Sunday so I could go in because last time we flew out Sunday morning and it's like, no, we shouldn't have because that was the best time to actually go. And it's because it's winding down and
Right.
you can engage some of the people there at the show. Otherwise they're
Right.
buried with buyers and
Right.
you just
I
can't, yeah.
mean, Friday, you're not going to be doing a lot of
Oh
like,
no.
the videos or interview because there are people who are going to get in
Oh,
front and try to look
oh,
at things. So the
oh
last
yeah.
thing you want is to compete with someone who's buying a product
I don't
because
want to
then
interfere with
the
that.
guy
No.
behind the booth is like, let the guy buy the product, please, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be a regular consumer. I'm just going to go pick things up, do little
Yeah,
Instagrams and stuff, just little blurbs with my camera, but I'm going to get the hell out.
right,
Unless somebody really wants to engage with me. And I do have some appointments with people like Kaiser, Cansep, Best Tech,
yeah,
QSP, people like that want me to come to their table at a certain time. So, okay.
yeah. Fancy, Mr. Fancy,
Mr. Fancy
people,
Boy.
Mr.
Fancy Boy.
Fancy.
And I'm going to
Everybody
have my
wants that.
own videographer with me. So I'm going to
Nice.
I'm going to engage Sean if I can keep him away from the high dollar tables. And then we got our little selfie thing, and then he can sit there and film what's going on like that or like that, however it
You should
needs to
get like
go, like that.
those singular tripod that's just like one stick that goes all the way to the ground. So he's not
No,
like
I don't
breaking.
have one of those, but I have
No, but you can order one from like Amazon, and so it can attach to the bottom of that thing, and
oh
then
yeah, yeah.
like Sean isn't gonna have his arm break off from holding that thing for too long.
Yeah, it is like you got to steady your arm
Right.
and yeah, and then you got to pinch and expand the screen out and down when you're trying to zoom into a shot to show more detail on the knife and all that.
Right.
So
So if
yeah,
you have
that's
the singular tripod that goes all the way to the ground, that would be one point, and then he could use his hand to like either zoom in or zoom
okay.
out and stuff like
You
that.
know what? I got time to go on Amazon and order
Yeah,
one of those one stick tripod things. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I do have a
I'm full
tripod,
of great
but
ideas, my friend.
it's got an attachment that goes way up and it's flexible. But you know what? It's not a single pole, and I need a single pole because I don't want to do
Right.
a
The
big,
try. The
tall.
try. Yeah.
Yeah, it just spreads out too much at the base, and you got people that are going to be around you. So you need a single pole, stick it between your legs, hold on to that pole, and the thing could be up there, but at least you could open, zoom, bring it
Right.
down, and do this. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if somebody gets in your way, you can take that pole, bam, right between the legs, hit them right in the nuts, and then, oh shit, oh, move over, bastard.
I dare you to do that. I dare
No,
Sean
he's
to
the
do that.
cameraman. He does
Oh,
it.
I dare Sean to do that.
And he's like this. He's like this big. He drives a
Okay.
monster truck.
John, if you do that, tell me before you do it so I can capture it on my phone and we'll play like the blooper reels from later. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have the camera, so you need to take your camera and get the
Right.
guy that he's going to whack,
Right.
you know?
Yeah,
Bam! You know, falls over. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Yeah, for a
Oh, man.
while, until we got our asses kicked out of the show.
Oh my God. All right. This thing's going on to like 1:45.
I know. And I had all
Oh,
these knives sitting over here, but no, I'm not going to show them to you now. Or the new Olight thing, Olight sale going down on the 18th, which is tomorrow, this is the 17th. This will be already on the sale by the time this thing gets posted on the 19th or whatever. But
right.
there's your lamp.
Nice.
Okay,
Wow.
so it can be a lamp, or you can kick it the other way and it could be a flashlight, And
Bro,
it can be 5,000 lumens. You turn it off. Look at all those emitters.
dude, I mean, they're coming up with so many stuff that is like interesting, you know, like super
It's the
interesting.
prowess. It's called the prowess. And then you can just, like a normal OLED, you because this is magnetic, but also it comes with this, which means right here. And then they give you a thing where you can put this plastic clip on the wall, and this thing just slides over the plastic clip and sits on the plastic clip on the wall, and you can just pull it right off and take it with you, put it on your belt. And then it has another little base thing that's got a USB-C port to it. So you can take this out, stick it in that USB-C port base, and it'll charge it without having to put the little magnetic ring on there. You've got already a charger base that's hooked up to USB-C.
Wow.
That's slick. You're snot on the doorknob right there. That's downtown. It's just like being downtown, except it's less crowded. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, this is crazy. It's not that big a flashlight, but 5,000 lumens. Bam, bam. Dog, and it is magnetic. Yeah, you're right. Here, see, it'll pick up the closest Eutektic knife, transport it over here. There.
Now you know that Eutektic is made of steel.
Yeah, I know. That big reveal there. Big reveal. Okay, get out of here.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, you know, thank you for the winner, for people who participate for our giveaway. And don't forget to get in on the giveaway for this case on my site and watch our podcast. Go to Lee's channel and comment on his podcast, and go onto my channel and comment on our podcast to be entered on our latest giveaway. All right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And you guys, stay sharp.
Stay sharp.